Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into, well, the often invisible infrastructure that keeps our digital lives running. Think data centers, enterprise environments, the absolute backbone. We're zeroing in on intelligent power distribution units, PDUs for short. Now, you might just picture a power strip, maybe a slightly fancier one, but an intelligent PDU, it's way beyond that. We're talking remote monitoring, outlet control, even sensing the environment around the equipment. They're really the unsung heroes, making power control smarter, more efficient, basically keeping your streaming, your banking, everything humming along. Our main source for this deep dive is a report from Cognitive Market Research, Global Intelligent PDU Market, Trends and Projections.
So our mission today, unpack the key trends, the growth forecasts, and figure out why this seemingly niche tech is seeing such huge global growth.
Exactly. And so what here is crucial, isn't it? Understanding these trends, it really shines a light on the future of digital infrastructure. But it also gives us clues about bigger economic shifts. The global race for digital transformation, it's more than just hardware. It's foundational.
Okay, let's start with the big picture then. Unpack this global market on a macro level. This Cognitive Market Research report, it lays out some pretty clear numbers. The market was valued at, nearly $3 billion back in 2021. That's $2,934.25 million, precisely. And it's expected to hit $3,885.6 million by 2025. But the projection out to 2033, it soars past $6.8 billion. That's $6,813.68 million. Which gives us that compound annual growth rate, the CAGR, of 7.273%. That's pretty substantial growth over a decade plus.
It really is. And what's fascinating is how consistent and strong that growth looks. It's not a blip. If you connect that to the bigger picture, it clearly signals this pervasive global need. We need more efficient, more robust power management. Our digital footprint, it's just expanding exponentially, right? More data, cloud services, AI. So data centers, enterprises, they need that reliability, the energy efficiency, the operational control. Intelligent PDUs deliver that. They're becoming fundamental.
Right, not just a nice to have anymore.
Definitely not.
Okay, so we see the overall growth is massive, but where is it really taking off? The report breaks it down regionally, and some numbers really tell a story. Let's start with North America. Already a huge market, right? It's projected to grow from $833 million in 2021 per total over $1.8 billion by 2033. That's $1,805.62 million.
Yeah, in North America, especially the U.S., the scale is just immense. The U.S. alone was, $700 million in 2021, and it's set to nearly double that number by 2033, hitting almost $1.5 billion. It reflects that intense build-out. Hyperscale data centers, cloud adoption is huge, and now edge computing is adding demand. They need that granular control, that efficiency, which is exactly what these PDUs offer.
And Canada and Mexico are seeing solid growth, too.
Oh, yes. Steady, robust growth. Shows the whole region's committed to modernizing its digital backbone. Canada going from $66 million to $160 million. Mexico from $65 million to $145 million by 2033. It's significant.
Okay, let's hop across the Atlantic, Europe. The market there is set to expand from about $600 million in 2021 to over $1.3 billion by 2033. And within Europe, the report highlights Germany and the UK leading the charge. Germany's market, $116 million in 2021, forecast to hit over $270 million. And the UK, starting at $94 million, projected to reach nearly $214 million by 2033.
Europe's interesting because it's such a mix, isn't it? You've got mature markets like Germany and the UK with strong industrial bases, really pushing digital transformation. So naturally, they adopt this tech. But then you see the growth in places like, the report notes Russia heading towards $83 million by 2033, Spain towards $120 million. That shows an acceleration in their own digital build-outs. And across Europe, there's a big push for energy efficiency, for sustainability in data centers. That's a major driver. The monitoring, the control features of intelligent PDUs, they directly support that green agenda. It's really impacting hardware choices there.
That makes sense. Okay, now let's head over to Asia Pacific, APAC. The report says this region really dominates, valued over $1 billion in 2021.
$1,047.53 million, yeah.
And projected to almost triple, reaching over $2.6 billion by 2033. China, obviously, is a huge piece of that puzzle, almost a third of the region's market, set to hit over $800 million by 2033.
What's really remarkable about APAC isn't just the size, though. It's the speed, the sheer speed of digital evolution there. China's market, it's fueled by this enormous digital economy, constant infrastructure expansion. It's relentless.
But you mentioned speed. India seems like a key example.
Absolutely. Look at India, over $122 million in 2021, but projected to jump to over $340 million by 2033. That's almost tripling. It's not just catch-up. It's a massive population coming online, mobile internet exploding, huge investments in e-commerce, government digital services, everything.
Right.
So the sheer volume of new data centers, the density of IT gear across the whole region, Japan, South Korea, Australia, Singapore, all showing strong growth, too. It makes intelligent power management absolutely critical.
Got it. Okay, next up. South America. Growing from around $190 million in 2021 to over $450 million by 2033. Brazil holds the largest share here, forecast to reach nearly $190 million itself by 2033.
South America's growth, it really reflects that push for greater internet access, more digitalization across sectors. Think e-commerce, streaming, financial tech. Brazil, being the biggest economy, naturally leads. But you also see significant expansion forecast for Argentina, Colombia.
Argentina hitting $81 million, Colombia $56 million by 2033.
Exactly. It shows this broad movement. Local businesses scaling up online, international firms setting up regional hubs. They all need reliable, efficient power.
Okay, moving on to the Middle East. Projected growth from about $155 million in 2021 to over $369 million by 2033. And Saudi Arabia is highlighted, forecast to more than double its market size to over $100 million by 2033. Turkey and the UAE also strong.
Yeah, the Middle East is really interesting right now. There's this huge investment push to diversify economies, moving beyond traditional resources. They're pouring money into smart cities, tech parks, becoming regional digital hubs. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, they're building state-of-the-art data centers.
From the ground up.
Right. Which means they demand the most sophisticated power management from day one. Efficiency, resilience. Intelligent PDUs are designed right in.
Makes perfect sense for those ambitious projects. And finally, Africa. Starting from a smaller base, around $105 million in 2021, but projected to grow to almost $250 million by 2033. South Africa is key, forecast over $100 million by then. Nigeria showing strong potential too, aiming for $38 million.
And this really points to the vast potential in Africa, doesn't it? The numbers might seem smaller compared to, say, APAC, but that consistent growth is crucial. It signifies this wave of digital development, more mobile connectivity, tech hubs popping up, a growing middle class. A lot of African nations are actually leapfrogging older tech, going straight to cloud and mobile first.
Interesting.
So intelligent PDUs become fundamental for building reliable networks, especially where power stability might be, well, a challenge. Remote management becomes even more critical there.
Okay, so we've circled the globe, seen growth everywhere. What does this all mean for you, our listener, trying to grasp these hidden drivers of the digital world?
Well, I think the big takeaway is that this sustained, widespread growth in intelligent PDUs, it really underscores a fundamental shift. It's often overlooked, but it changes how businesses, even governments, manage their vital IT infrastructure. It's not just about delivering power anymore.
It's about intelligence.
Exactly. Precision, reliability, and increasingly sustainability. Think about preventing costly downtime. Imagine rebooting a specific server outlet remotely, maybe from another continent, instead of dispatching a technician. That's huge.
Saves time, saves money.
Massively. And they optimize energy use. That saves money and reduces environmental impact, which is becoming non-negotiable. They're kind of like the nervous system for power within a data center, enabling remote management, automation, everything modern digital operations rely on.
Absolutely. So this component, often just tucked away unseen in a server rack.
Yeah.
It's actually a massive indicator. It tells us about global digitalization, about the demand for smart, efficient power everywhere, in finance, entertainment, healthcare, you name it. It really shows where the world is heading digitally, right down to the power outlet level. So to sum it all up then, the global intelligent PDU market, clearly on a strong upward path. It demonstrates this foundational, increasingly vital need for smarter power management in our digital world.
Which does raise a really interesting question for you to think about. As this market keeps growing, as our reliance on digital systems deepens, what's next? What new frontiers or challenges pop up in power management, especially with even more demanding tech like advanced AI or maybe quantum computing down the line? How will these unseen power managers need to adapt?
That is a genuinely thought-provoking question to chew on. Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you feel a little more plugged into the hidden drivers of tech progress.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, using the great sources you sent over, we're looking at something that sounds, well, maybe a bit dry. Power distribution. But we're going to uncover how critical and, frankly, intelligent it's become. We're diving into the Intelligent Power Distribution Unit market.
Or PDUs, yeah.
Exactly. Our mission is simple. Pull out the key insights, the drivers, the restraints, and the really interesting trends shaping this space.
And it's worth saying, all these insights come straight from cognitive market research's analysis. It's a dynamic area.
It really is.
And think about it. This tech touches everything you do online. Streaming, cloud saves, your smart devices.
Yeah.
Intelligent PDUs are behind the scenes.
Right, foundational stuff. From huge data centers down to, well, the edge.
Absolutely. Key to modern tech.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Data centers, you mentioned them, huge operations. What's really fueling the need for intelligent PDUs there? What's the big push?
Well, the explosive growth of data centers and cloud services is number one. It's massive.
Just the scale of it all.
Exactly. And these intelligent PDUs, they're like the control center for power. They're essential now.
More than just delivering power.
Oh, way more. They monitor usage constantly, they help manage load balancing to prevent overloads, and crucially, they reduce downtime.
How so?
Features like real-time energy tracking so you see exactly where power's going, watt by watt.
Okay.
And remote switching. Imagine needing to cycle power on a server rack thousands of miles away.
You can do it remotely. No need to be on site.
Precisely. It prevents very expensive outages. It's not just a nice-to-have anymore.
That remote control aspect seems huge. And, here's where it gets really interesting for me. The link to energy efficiency and sustainability.
Yes, absolutely. That's a major driver, too.
So how are these smart PDUs helping companies, go green, or at least greener?
They let organizations track energy use with incredible precision so they can actively reduce consumption.
Which helps their bottom line.
And improve their power usage effectiveness, or PUE. That's a key metric. Plus, it helps them meet those environmental, social, governance goals. ESG.
Right. ESG is everywhere now.
It is. And it's tangible savings, not just talk. Then there's edge computing and all the IoT devices popping up everywhere.
Things outside the traditional data center.
Exactly. Often in places with no IT staff nearby. So the PDU needs to be smart enough to send alerts, maybe even automate responses if power fluctuates.
Like a vigilant guard dog for the power strip?
Kind of, yeah. An automated remote one.
Okay, makes sense for those distributed sites. But it's not all simple upgrades and smooth sailing, is it?
Yeah.
What are the hurdles? I'm guessing cost comes up pretty quick.
You nailed it. The initial investment, it can be significant. The hardware itself, integrating it, the software licenses, it adds up.
Yeah.
And this can be especially tough for small and medium-sized businesses. They might see the benefit, but that upfront cost is a real barrier.
So it creates a bit of a digital divide almost.
Yeah.
Larger companies can afford it easier.
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
It potentially slows down how quickly the whole market adopts the technology.
And it's not just the money, right? What about plugging these new smart devices into older systems? That sounds messy.
It certainly can be. Integration complexity is another big one. Compatibility issues pop up.
Headaches nobody needs.
Right. You might have legacy equipment that doesn't easily talk to the new PDU or specific software needs. Plus, the installation itself can cause disruption.
Downtime during the upgrade.
Potentially, yeah. And then there's a really critical concern, cybersecurity.
Because these things are networked now.
Exactly. They're connected. That makes them a potential vulnerability. Unauthorized access, manipulation.
Wow. Manipulating power distribution remotely? That sounds bad.
It could be very bad, especially in sectors like finance or healthcare where security and data privacy are absolutely paramount. You need to really trust these devices.
Okay, so challenges exist. But looking ahead, what's coming down the pipe? What are the cutting-edge trends we should be watching?
Well, one of the most exciting things is integrating AI. Artificial intelligence and predictive analytics are coming to PDUs.
AI, how does that work?
Think predictive maintenance. The PDU analyzes patterns and can actually predict a potential component failure before it happens.
Preventing downtime proactively?
Exactly. Also, dynamic load balancing based on real-time needs and spotting anomalies that might indicate a problem or even a security issue. It boosts resilience significantly.
That's impressive. We're also hearing about modular designs, right? Rack-level PDUs being popular, especially in big data centers.
Yes, that's a definite trend.
Yeah.
Particularly in co-location and hyperscale environments, it offers much better scalability.
Hey, as you grow, almost.
Sort of, yeah. More flexibility. You can add or change PDU capacity more easily as your needs evolve within the rack.
Makes sense.
And finally, there's a big shift towards remote and cloud-based management.
Central control from anywhere.
Pretty much. Think about hybrid work models. IT admins need to monitor and control power systems across different sites, maybe globally, from one single interface.
Through a web browser or an app.
Exactly. Cloud platforms make that possible. It improves agility, response times. It's essential for managing modern distributed infrastructure.
So, wrapping this up, it seems the intelligent PDU market is, well, evolving fast. Driven by digital growth, the push for sustainability, and all this smart tech integration.
Definitely. It's foundational, like we said. And while those challenges cost, security are real, the overall direction is clear. Significant expansion. Organizations need this smarter power management.
Right.
Which, leads to a bigger thought for you, our listener. As this intelligent power management keeps evolving, how will it not just optimize the digital world we use now, but fundamentally secure and actually enable that next wave of interconnected technologies we're all starting to rely on? Something to think about.